It's an unlikely sight, a Zimbabwean accountant on a farm at the foot of the Rocky Mountains.
I'm an accountant, but I had the spirit of an entrepreneur.
GERALD MANGENA studied accountancy but decided he'd rather be his own boss. So he became what he calls an agripreneur.
I began to research into agriculture. Since I'm an accountant and financial analyst, I was analyzing many different crops, trying to see which one is of high value and high return. And I started with potatoes. As of today, we are on 8 acres, and this is like 21 months now into operations.
Now, thanks to a fellowship program run by the U.S. State Department, GERALD is spending 3 weeks at Isabel Farm in Lafayette, Colorado, run by Jason CONDON and his wife.
Anything from asparagus to zucchini. Pretty much anything that we can grow here, we do.
They're teaching GERALD their latest irrigation and water conservation methods.
I hadn't seen plastic mulching before, and my friends back home, as I post pictures on Facebook, they're asking me, Jerry, what is that? I tell them it's plastic mulching. Then they tell me, can you please take some notes so that you could actually teach us what that is all about.
There have been many valuable lessons out here in the field, but GERALD says that ultimately he's learned the most from observing the farmers' business practices.
It's all about structuring. You're creating a system that is very cost efficient. As I'm expanding and growing, I need to make sure that the way I'm structuring and the direction that I'm going is in line with making sure that my costs are managed.
Such lessons have been reinforced with a series of business seminars for GERALD and the other visiting entrepreneurs, like this one given by the U.S. Small Business Administration.
A rising tide floats all boats.
NONTO MASUKU, also from Zimbabwe, listens attentively. At home, she's a director at a corporate image management agency. And in Denver, she's training at CSG communications firm.
What stands out for me is how all businesses are online. The importance of online reputation management, as well as being present online as a business.
NONTO says her time in the U.S. has given her a chance to advertise the positive things about a country that has a largely negative image on the world stage.
I know our political and economic situation at the moment kind of scares investors, but I do hope that changes because there is so much potential in partnerships, and I think as Zimbabwe we have a lot to offer.
But significant trade between the U.S. and Zimbabwe doesn't appear to be on the horizon. According to the U.S. Trade Representative, trade between the two nations totaled just $74 million in 2013, a figure that pales in comparison to other African countries with similar populations. Mary McCarthy, CCTV, Denver.